In this quick video guide, I'm gonna introduce a really interesting tool, or let's say set of tools that we can apply, we can add to the standard Blender interface, and this can help us to work with polygonal modeling. So we can basically work with edit mode, so going from object mode into edit mode, and we can work with vertices, with edges, and with faces, and not only with the standard tools that we have here on the left side, but also with additional tools and features. So let's see how it's done. Now let's create a new scene here. Let's start from scratch. We're gonna experiment with some of those. This is gonna be an introduction, so if you're interested, you can find more information. I'm gonna show you where. So first of all, let's activate the add-on. The good news is that we don't need to download it or install it. It's already in Blender, at least in the latest versions of Blender. So I'm gonna go here in preferences and edit preferences and go to add-ons, and let's search for the edit mesh. So this is the one right here. Make sure it's on, it's activated, and you can find the location right here is going to be mainly on the sidebar edit tab, but also in the edit mode context menu, so at the top. And if you want to have extra information, you will find it here in the documentation. By clicking in here, you're going to get in the Blender manual. So once it's on, you can find it then as it was written. So let's press N. Let's go here and let's go to the edit tab. So you can see I have many tabs. I can scroll my scroll wheel to move here into the various tabs that I have, and this is the edit tab right here. Now it's not visible yet. I need to switch from object mode into edit mode, and now we can see the mesh tools right here. And also we can find additional menus and options also here in the context menu. Now if I just to see here the difference, if I uncheck this, you can see this is gonna be off, so you can turn it on and off anytime. Now let's start here with the vertices. So if I use vertices, I can also right click with my mouse, and also here I can find other option. So if I select this, let's say 4 vertices at the top, I can right click and I can use merge by distance. And down here also usually is where you find extra options. So if I increase this, you can see that everything will be merged into the active point, which is the last point that you have selected, or last vertices. So the white one is going to be the active, the other ones are going to be like the secondary. Now if I want to get it from here, I can click and start to expand these tabs. So from here you can also vertex chamfer, and again here you can choose how you want to chamfer those. So you can see how many different shapes you can create just by playing around with this. Or you can extrude vertices, or we can bevel or randomize vertices. And let's continue here. Let's see some edge tool. So I'm gonna switch to edge selection. So well, let's go here, for example. Now one that I find really interesting is offset, because we can create like another shape starting from that original one, and we can use this for many reasons. We can also rotate this, so you can change the depth and the angle, and you can also change the width. So you can use this later for, let's say you work in architecture, you want to use this for something. So you can also right click and let's separate selection. So this is gonna go like in another separated part. So I'm gonna exit, so I can select it right here, and I can use it for extruding. Or also let's get back in edit mode. I'm gonna show you another tool here using just the edges. So I'm gonna use the edge for plan. So you can see I'm creating like walls, and you can change the extrusion here, and you can change the thickness. So you can see I'm creating some walls, some thickness. This is one way we can do it. Now let's go back to our main model over here. So again, edit mode, select the top face, and well, I'm just gonna skip to the face. So here you can do face inset. Now inset is something you can do already in Blender, but here you have like extra options. You can change the number of sides, and you can also apply a radius. So let me show you here. So I have like a rounded edge there. So it's a little bit different from the standard inset. Let's don't exaggerate with the number of side and radius right here. So this could become like almost a circle. This is pretty interesting. And now I can push it up, or I can extrude it. So let's do a standard extrusion right here. And also you have multi-extrude, which is really interesting. So you can change again the offset, and then you can change the direction. But also you can, let me place this back at 0. You can change the scale like this, and you can also change the repetition. So you have something, really strange and different from the standard extrusion that you have. And then you have inset face. This is pretty similar to what you have in Blender. So some of these are already in Blender again, but some other they have additional features. Just gonna extrude now this inside, so it looks like a chimney or something like that, like oven, I don't know. And so yeah, it's really easy to use these tools like this. And you can also have like things that can help you to work with the geometry. So I can subdivide, and if it doesn't work, probably because we need some clean face, let's use this one here. So I can subdivide, and also I can do the opposite. So I can merge by distance again, or I can limited dissolve, which means I'm gonna dissolve the faces that I don't want. So let's dissolve like some faces here. So if you don't want like the curve, you wanna use limited dissolve, you adjust the radius, and you can see now it got rid of those subdivisions and also of the curve, and so on. So you can continue here. You have utility tools and other stuff. Also, it will add things in selection mode and in mesh mode and in vertex, edge faces, and so on. So this will be all for this introduction about this tool, but probably we're going to talk about this tool more in other video guides and video courses. And by the way, check our other video courses and video guides in Blender that you find in the channel. Subscribe to stay updated. Join the channel as a supporter if you want to give us a little thank you and support us. Thanks. See you in the next.